Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Presque Downs here on Tuesday. It is May the 31st, 2016. Good look at the pick three, starting with race number 4, 5, and 6. So race 4, 5, and 6, I'm going to look at that pick three. Before I get on to that, remember to follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections. So let's get on to it. The pick three, starting off with race number 4 from Presque. It's an allowance race, purse $29,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. Number 1, which have never won 2 races of the main claim starter or PA bred, or it's never won 3 races. We have a field of only 7 horses traveling 6 furlongs. There might be, 6, 7 horse fields, but they're very wide open, I think. 6 furlongs ahead of them. And my top selection here, I'm going to go too deep in this race for the pick 5. Pick 3, excuse me. I'm gonna go 5-7 this race. 5-7. I'm gonna use in the pick 3. I'm gonna play Superfecta also. I'm gonna go 5-7. 1-3, 5-7-1-3. But the 5 horse would be my top selection. Cooking up a storm at 5-2. Ronald Allen Jr. on this one. This 6-year-old gelding reported his gelding on January 31st of 2014. But last time out, this horse ran on the 21st of May at Pimlico on the mud, an optional 32 claimer. This horse, he finished third by 2.5 lengths that day. Was a little bit wide, but this horse, wasn't weakening. It was just there. If they went like a mile, maybe this horse could have really won. Then a Penn National, 6 furlongs in April 23rd, an optional 25 claimer. This horse finished second by neck, closing up really well. Was a little over 1.5 to 1 that day, and he just was very, he needed a little encouraging to get there that day. And then start before that, where this horse is just a little bit over again, 1.5 to 1 at let's see, where was he running? Start before at Laurel, 7 furlongs, April 17th, in a start allowance race. This horse finished second by 3.75 of a length. Just need a little bit more again that day. Was wide also. At Presque, this horse is 11-6. 6 wins, 1 second, 2/3. So he likes the Tapeta, I think. 5-2, not the best price in the world, I think. But I think this horse could really do well here in this race. His last win over the surface came August 25th of last season. 6 furlongs in the start allowance race, 7,500 starter allowance price. Won by 3/4 of a length. And it was he was closed up really well. So I'm gonna go with this one. Like I said, I'm also using the 7 horse in the pick 5. Stevie's man at 9-2. Pick 3. I keep saying pick 5. Pick 3. But Stevie's man, the 7 horse, it hasn't started since October 24th. Big layoff here for the 6-year-old gelding, but he's had some really good form here at Presque. He won 4 in a row last season. If you count all his starts last season in victories at Presque, he won basically 5 over the surface. So he's a very good horse. Watch out for him also. I have him on my ticket. So to recap my bets for race number 4 from Presque Downs, I'm going to go with the 5 horse, Cooking Up a Storm as the top selection. I'm going to do a Superfecta here, 5-7-1-3. And for the pick 3, I'm going to go 5-7 in the first leg. So now let's get on to race number 5 from Presque. What's the claiming race? Per $17,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of a few horses in this race. We have a field of 6 horses only, traveling 6 furlongs here. Next race is a mile, I think. 6 furlongs. And my top selection here in race 5 is going to be the 5 horse, who is Pretension at 3-1. Going to put this horse into Superfecta here. A trifecta. There's no Superfecta wagering this race. I'm going to go 5-4-2. 5-4-2. Pick 4 sequence, or pick 3 sequence. I would use the 5 horse for sure. And, I would maybe use all 3 of them. Because it's a very difficult race, I think, this race. So 5-4-2. Like I said, maybe use all 3 of them. Maybe I'll single, I'm not sure. But number 5, Pretension, 3-1, Taylor Rice. Last time out, went the Finger Lakes, 1 mile, an optional 15 claimer. This horse finished 5th by 24 lengths, with 75 cents to the dollar that day. Just tired really badly. Linda Rice sending this one into town. Linda Rice striking at a 33% win rate. Only has 3 starters, but, just keep that in mind. With synthetics, this Linda Rice is 33% out of 12 starts, so just keep that in mind. Sending horses from dirt to synthetic. But start before that was on the mud at 1 mile on April the 7th at Aqueduct and claiming 25,000. Horse finished third by 4 lengths. Was second all throughout and then finished third. The Winner that day, right by the line, was the winner of her next start out also. Or his next start out. It just, the horse was weakening that day. And then mile 70 on the inner track and claimed 25,000. Horse won by neck. Basically was speed, but I really like this horse here a lot. It's never run on synthetic, so that's going to be a big question. But I think this horse can really do well here. It's done decent over turf. This horse is a winner, 6-1 on turf, but his turf starts haven't been so bad. It was facing a lot tougher than those Saratoga turf starts. But this horse won a race on the turf at Belmont last season, claimed 25,000, won by 1/4 lengths, and just ran really well on the lead. I remember reading or hearing stat. No horse at Presque has this season has won gate to wire. So hopefully that could change tomorrow because I think this horse is going to be on the lead. So to recap my bets, race number 5 from Presque, I'm going to go with the 5-horse Pretension as a top selection. I'm going to go 5, 4, 2 in the trifecta here. And maybe I'll go 5. Maybe I'll use all 3 of them. I'm not sure in the pick 3. 5, 4, 2 in the pick 3. That sounds decent. So now let's get on to race number 6 from Presque. Race 6 from Presque Downs is a claiming race. Purse $11,000 here. It's as I stop for 1 second to get my cat away from knocking the whole thing over. It's a claim. Race 6 is a claim race. Purse $11,000 for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. Never won 2 races. Going for a claim price $7,500 here. We have 7 horses traveling 5.5 furlongs here, and this is another race where it's just very wide open because you could find a few ways to go. I think. I found my way to a little bit of a long shot here at 8-1. Number 7, Jamaril with Taylor Rice at 8-1 for Jeremiah Engelhardt. It's top selection here. I'm going to go 7-2-4-1. 7-2-4-1. I think this is the race where you could find a price for sure, because you have the 2 horses, the favorite, or the 6-5 favorite, Siwi, who, looking at the running line, yes, can basically do well here, but I want to pick away from that horse because I think, with the layoff, I think the 7 horse is a little bit of a fresher horse, and number 7, who is generally last start came at what do you call that? Finger Lakes on the claiming race, $5,000 on May the 2nd. This horse finished third by 4 lengths that day, and just was closing a little bit that day. Synthetic race course should be really good for this horse. So he's never run on it. But then start 4 was at Finger Lakes, April the 16th, 4.5 furlongs, and claiming 5,000. Finished 4th by 8 lengths that day. It was 70 cents to the dollar. He just tired that day. This was the horse's first start since December the 3rd at the Finger Lakes on the mud. 6 furlongs, claiming 5,000. His horse finished 6th by 6 lengths. Again, just weakened. This horse has 6 turf starts. Best finish was a 2nd place finish that came up at down here downstate in New York at Belmont. 6 furlongs on inner turf, made 4,000. Horse finished 2nd by 3 lengths, and he just kept going that day. I think this race should really do well for this horse. First on synthetic, they're running a 62% win. Going to synthetic with horses Jeremiah Engelhardt. So I think this is something for this horse to really do well here today. So going to go with this one. So to recap my bets for race number 6 from Presque Downs, gonna go with the 7 horse as a top selection here. Jamarili, gonna go 7-2-4-1 in the superfecta, and in the pick 3 final leg, I'm gonna go 7-2. So to recap my pick 3, race 4, I'm gonna go 5-7. Race 4, 5-7. Race 5. 5-4-2. I'd use all 3 horses that race. 5-4-2 in race 5, and race 6, 7-2-4. 7-2-4. So this for a 50 cents minimum base wager, it's going to cost you $6 to play this one. If you want to play for $1, it's going to cost you $12. But I'm going to play for 50 cents because I'm a broke college student. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.